Hello and welcome to Scholar Coaching. If you'd also like to participate, follow the link below and access the replay inbox. In there, go ahead and drop your replay file, ball chasing link, or YouTube video of you playing your preferred game mode, and mention your competitive rank or 6-man's rank if possible. If any of this doesn't make any sense to you while watching the video, feel free to follow up on my Scholar School of Learning series in my video playlist. We go over all the basic ideas and general rotations that are talked about in these replay analyses. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. Good cheat. I kind of like that you slowed down here a little bit, but in the same way, if you're going to slow down at the end of your cheat for the beginning of a kickoff crystal, you can also just not boost in the beginning of the kickoff, and then you don't have to slow down. You can just continue your momentum. And that momentum can carry a lot for that first touch, giving you a stronger, more controlled first touch, a bang or a shot on net possibly, or really just get you faster in case it spills off to the side. So instead of boosting, just continue. And then when you slow down here, normally you'd be blowing through that spot, you know, where you normally are slowing down, you'd be going through it at a higher pace of speed, getting you faster the next play that you want to do overall. And now if it freezes and does what it does, it can be really effective. If you came through super aggressive, like for a super trust, you know, freeze and whatnot, where like the ball's going to freeze right there, then and there, and you're going full speed the way through from that timing, I'd understand, you know, maybe using the boost at the beginning, but that's not what's happening. You're slowing down because you need to wait for the control, so you may as well do it from the beginning and save the boost. Blow through, get the corner boost. This is relatively okay. I do like the challenge on the possibility for a shot. Ball cam off here while you're coming down the wall if you can, to identify any bumps or opportunity to control this midfield. Identify Max, Wheat, see what's going on. They have pretty good control here, honestly. The opponents do have the next breakthrough, so I'd almost recommend grabbing Diamond instead of stealing the corner boost, because if they get the breakthrough and they win, that corner boost won't do anything for your benefits as a team. It only really just delays your rotation. So then you'll be back on Diamond. They get the breakthrough. You're still wide here. You can cut in for Wheat, right? Here's Max getting over the ball. You go to the back post now. And then, boom, back post where you want to be, pushing through for that's it. And you get the exact same opportunity, but with momentum if you need to. If they shot it, you'd be covering the backside. And you're also able to turn out to midfield in case they pass to midfield. Coming through, 50, done, over. Hold your extension here a little bit. You're coming back to net really early when there's already Max getting ready to cover it. And your next teammate should have a pretty free line on this. Like if Wheat here has good confidence, he should be able to come up and hit this out. And he's waiting right now because he knows he has no one to pass to. There's no one to play to. But if you're waiting right here on the right side, kind of just chilling, and he went up and hit this over Vic over here to the right side of the wall, rather than throwing it away to nobody, he'd be giving it to a teammate. So now he'd be more confident to make that pass. Hold that extension right there. You just made a challenge. You don't need to rotate back to net. Max is already on his way back. He will be covering it. Come up for this is fine. And in the same way, you could still come up for this as well, because you'd be able to come down, you'd be able to fall a little bit neutral, they whiff, you boost in, you're up, and you can hit it out to Max now on the left side. And then, you know, maybe if you want to go for a solo play and breakthrough, you're going to lose that solo play opportunity to break through this way. But instead, you still be able to hit it off to the left. Max can re-push in for you, and now you're getting a clear it with Max. Or in the same way, you're playing to open field, so even if Max doesn't come in, it's going to bounce out right in front of you again. And then you follow through your next momentum, and you continue that play by yourself. Both are very, very doable. Get the 50. Good job. Good job covering that midfield there in that situation. You're basically, I just wouldn't want you covering the net as well, because Max is already doing it. And then you cover the upfield pass opportunity. Wow, okay. Sucks for Dad. That guy, feel bad for him. But in that situation on the right side of the field, you know, you could be on that upfield pass opportunity, or in the same way, be covering that midfield just as well, while Max is focusing just on the net. And then you guys isolate your positions a lot more efficiently, and you create a lot more options as a team for you guys to get a breakthrough, or defense in general. Good job keeping the pressure. Again, you're skipping this extension. Max is getting a free clear down to their side of the field. You know, you turn on your ball cam, you see, oh, no one's challenging on their side, so I keep on driving down. Max bangs. Now you go into midfield here to collect a couple of pads. If Max dunks this, there's a chance, it's not guaranteed, but if he dunks it and the ball bounces off into midfield in some way, that's a free goal. 20 boosts is all you need to do that. You could easily have 20 boosts on the way up here. And if it fails, your third man, who should be ready to go, if they weren't pushing him to second, they would stay out third, right? We'd have Wheat rotating back around, covering his third man, be chilling, right? He wouldn't have to rush this because you'd still be there, so you can play really defensive. Basically be exactly where you are right now. And then when this ball fails, he'd still be able to cover this just fine, up and so on. He's guaranteed to have 100 boosts because he was third the whole time. He had plenty of time to go collect it. And then you would be able to cover this. The ball would go up, he'd be up, you'd be rotating, you'd come out to third, boom. And then you'd be able to turn it here if you need to. Bang, right? Because it's a whiff. Or what happens if they shot it, you'd still be able to get back in time to shoot, to save it. Everything would still line up just fine. But the main thing is that you guys lost that shot opportunity if Max got the dunk. Or in the same way, you lost the demo opportunity that you could have gone for. You lost the upfield pressure in that midfield that was there if you had shown up, that we can't get to in time because, well, he was third. In this play coming in through here, you do your best to challenge and force this. This is a team error, not really too much of you. Ideally, want an extension cutting back in here somewhere if we can to help you out with this. We have Max, Wheat, Oh, dang. In the same way, you're coming all the way up to third here. You are the extension. Really, what this should be is you should cut right here, play second man for Max, force this shot on Vic, and then Wheat was here the whole time facing in the play, and Wheat just has a free shot, right? And then you're rotating out during that time. If it fails, you'd already be back where Wheat is, basically, and then you'd be here to save the ball instead. And then you wouldn't mess it up. In Wheat's shoes, if Wheat's going to end up watching this, honestly, since you're already isolated from the play, do your best to coast here and to cross this post line at the point of impact. Kenga's hitting the ball now, basically, and you want to be crossing the post line during that, hits it into you, done. If he hits it short side, you're carrying momentum because you're crossing the post at impact. Then you should be able to carry enough momentum to still block that near side. If he got close enough to where you can't save it in time, that's not a fault of you, that's the fault of Crystal whiffing the ball in the side boost, right? It's not really your fault there. It's just, mistakes happen, whiffs happen. That's a goal that's out of your range. You were playing for someone that should have a free touch to get a free touch, and they didn't. Coming through, 50. Max, over, through. You cut in. Wheat's already cut in, though. So this is a huge thing about awareness in general. Is Wheat pushing in? Is Wheat leaving? Right here is a good time to check your third, right? As extension or the guy recovering, right? Check your third. Third's pushing into second. So you want to turn back towards the net, grab yourself into third, wrap in from behind them. And then now you're facing in on Kenga and one ready to come in. Could have called off Wheat, could have been counterattacking here instead. Or the same way, you're still comfortable facing the play. When Max cuts, right? You're able to just be available as third. You don't have to push in late as second. You could have been here much earlier if you wanted to. Or the same way right now, Wheat could have easily cut this. You don't need to be here the same way. There's a lot of options. But the main thing is you should have isolated as third to first, or third at first, and then that way you could be facing in, pushing in now for Max's free hit, and then you'd be in second a lot earlier, more available, a lot quicker. Start your shadow back, you bail. Again, ball came off here, identify Wheat, see if he's awkward before you pre-flip, and then anytime your extension coming back or second man coming back, identify your third. The rotation out here is the best idea. You just want to make sure you're guaranteed every time by checking. Don't jump for that. This is a bad shot. Not because it's not possible, but because they have a third man ready to go, right? Kenga's ready to save this. This pass isn't direct to you. It's not. You're not beating Kenga to this ball. You're going to get a 50 at best. Just let him have it. You can't guarantee the shot because you're 50ing him, right? So if you just let him have it, though, and you pressure, if he whiffs this, you jump up, you take the shot, you beat Dad and Vic. If he hits it over your head, Max gets a free ball. Win-win. Right? Just let him have that ball. You don't need to jump for that. And when you end up taking this 50 now, you're extended, you're recovering. Your other teammate over here is barely getting back, and now Max has to come in for this hit. That's not even a shot on net. Right? We didn't gain anything. We didn't gain anything at all. All we did was waste resources, and we're basically right where we started. Oof. Good try the turn in here. I like how you give yourself space, then turn in to chase this and go for that engagement. Keep on practicing this line. It's very good. You will be able to get this save in the future. If Dad's close to that ball, be sure to cover the net first, obviously. But you will get better at this line. It will get better as you continue to practice. Good try. Continue to push in. Nice. Good job coming to second. I literally think he's right. Yeah, look at Wheat. What a monkey. What a goddamn monkey. He's like, hey, look at my teammate going into second here. Yeah, I see my teammate there. I'm going to go to second too. I want to hold hands with my teammate Crystal because Crystal's cute, right? I bet Crystal is cute. But at the end of the day, Wheat, don't hold hands with your teammates when you're supposed to be third. It's not your job. Right, Nick? Yeah. Hold third. Because then when they get this counterattack opportunity with Vic, right? If Vic pinched that with Max or at 15, you got to be ready to defend this. Right now, you're not passable. You're not passable, Wheat. You're not doing anything. Good job on you, Crystal, identifying that they are cutting you here and holding this third instead, right? You hear them on the left. You slow down. You check them. You see them. Yeah. Bad on Wheat. Good on you. Good shit here. Great awareness. Man, it's like if you could, if Wheat wasn't a piece, okay, I'm gonna call Wheat a piece of shit, but he is actually probably a great person. If Wheat wasn't a piece of shit, you would have been able to hold a better third here because you wouldn't have pre-flipped. You would have called second, right? We'd have had a third right here. And then, like, instead of you turning around during this time, you'd have been facing in, engage if you want, or wait for Dad's hit for back here again. Boom, flick, up, boom. You know? Big counterattack opportunities. In the same way, if we just played third and let you play second man up close, the shot opportunity that's actually there, you know, because the pass is probably going to spill out here, where you are, not here, where Wheat is. I'm just angry about Wheat. I'm sorry. But if Wheat held third, then he'd be facing in. You'd be able to force this ball back to him and force Dad to flick, and then Wheat'd be right here to go. Boom! Right? Either one of you could have this. But you guys didn't have a proper third because of Wheat. I'm blaming Wheat. But I'm going to tell you that you did a great job identifying them. You just weren't able to execute it. In the same way that if you can't execute a guaranteed challenge shot or 50, you should probably just fake and shadow that in the future, though, Crystal. Don't dive it like that. It's okay to let it over your head if you trust that you have a third man. Wheat was rotating behind you. You probably called that he was leaving. It's okay to let that over your head if you trust that they're going to be able to defend it, right? If you're last person back or last man back in general, might be too risky. But overall, you could definitely make that happen. Ooh. Feels not wave dash. Feels nose grind, man. Yeah, Max can take a better line there. Your third position, come out wider to start, right? You're cutting into the center of net, and so you're going in and out, not out and in. And if you go out over here first and you come in for the demo, you jump on the sidewall, come down, right? You're facing into the play. They're up, you're up, boom. Hit it out to Wheat just fine. That back post line is really important. It gives you a lot of room to dodge demos, right? A lot of options to be more extravagant, more options really to move yourself around. But the main thing overall is that you're able to get out of the way of the demo and still save the spell, and you don't get stuck. If you got that wave dash, you probably would have been able to get it, but you're also asking yourself to like clutch up that mechanical wave dash and so on, and like get that insane double jump aerial timing from that really short angle compared to just being back post, just having a vertical that goes right into it, right? So it makes it a lot easier to just simplify that motion. And your teammate bought you a lot of time to make that back post rotation too. Just, you know, show them that you respect what they did for you there. Bang over, you come through. Okay. Nice 50. Through, over, Wheat, bang. Up to Max, you're third. Good job going third here. Great awareness. Boom, shot. Hey, good shot. Nice third. I actually really like how you played that. Well done. That was really good. Great awareness that you had an extension upfield. You went isolated third. They forced the ball back for the clear. You punished the clear, and you got a free goal. Well done. Great play. Ouch. Pass into mid, though? Nope. Okay, so this is what you're trying to do here. I mean, you should really just be able to take this ball for your own control, but I think you tried to catch it. I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to do here, honestly. I'm a little lost in what you're trying to do mechanically. I don't know if you're trying to catch up the wall, or if you're trying to get a chip on it, or if you're trying to follow it with a double jump aerial here, maybe. I don't know what you're trying to do. If you're going for this infield pass, super risky, like actually really risky, because if you do make the pass and Dad demos Max on the way through, or ends up, you know, he wasn't so extended into the corner for no reason, but instead was waiting, and you pass and he intercepts Max and he gets shot in your net, it's done. You had a free ball here to solo play. You could have just solo played. So, like, honestly, I just feel like, I don't know, whatever caused you to not make the solo play happen, whether if it was decision making, just make the solo play next time. It's literally a free ball. You have plenty of boost. You can catch it at the side boost if you need to. You can do a lot of things here. And if it was because you missed the touch or whatever, do some more trading packs on it. Get yourself cleaned up there. Bang. Bang. Grab. Through. You pre-flip out, right? You're not holding your extension again. So right here, whether if you flip back or not, if they get a pass and a shot here, there's nothing you do to save it. Don't pre-flip here. Wait for the clear in case your teammates get the save. And then if they don't get the save and it ends up going out of your range, then you can rotate, right? But just wait out here. They end up pinching it back themselves. You can go up the wall and you can take this possession here, keep the pressure, or you'd be able to just go midfield like you were anyway, and you're not going to be panicking up in this wall anyway. Now let's talk about your choice to challenge this, right? So you do end up cutting eventually, but you end up being really late to it, which is not ideal when you could have gone up the wall and had a free ball with 100 boost and free solo play and free so on, right? At this point now, who are you passing to if you hit this? Like, you could bounce it off the wall and pass in midfield. It is possible. But even then, you're asking for a ball that you're hitting against this sidewall here to bounce off at an angle that goes far enough for your second man, who has to wait through that bounce off the wall and off time, to then jump and then shoot that with it not being intercepted by their third man. Because, like, you have to keep in mind, when you hit this off the wall, no matter how hard you hit it, the fastest it usually is going to come off is like 45 miles an hour. In the world of Rocket League, that's slow. If you're kilometers per hour, I think that's like 65 kilometers an hour. You can drive your car at like 88 kilometers an hour or 53 miles per hour. And the average shot at GC1 range is like 65 miles per hour. Like the average power shot. The average pass is in that same range, because a power shot's is a pass at the time too. If you're passing 20 miles an hour or like 30% lower than your average pass and shot, it's going to get intercepted. So, like, who are you passing to that makes this a good idea? It's like I was saying earlier about, like, just letting it go over your head. It's almost better for you just to show up on the ground. If Dad jumps up to save it and pitches it, your third man gets a free counterattack, and now you get to demo one of these two for free. That's an open net. It's a free goal. You didn't waste your resources. But when you jump and you go for this, you waste your resources. You go into recovery time. The ball probably gets intercepted by dad. You have a guy that's waiting for that pass that also might jump for it. You're baiting in for a double commit. And if they don't, they start a rotation out. Dad still gets a free counterattack and possession for a double tap on the backboard. It makes it awkward for your team without even really gaining anything. All you do is lose your resources. Like, you could just let them hit it, and then you at least don't lose the resources, because it doesn't really change their play. Now then, in the same way that I was talking about that pass, right? It gets intercepted. You do make the pass. It spills out to where Wheat could get it, but Wheat has to shoot this into the backboard anyway. Who's he passing to now? You're recovering right here. Your recovery time's on the sidewall. Max has to wait his third because that's the smart thing to do. He has to be ready for Kanga to clear it, because that's what happens half the time, is the pass gets intercepted. It's too slow. So, like, again, what is the long-term play here? Because it wasn't lining up to anything. This was not a very good long-term play. Don't dive that wall hit. It's not going to pay out. If it does pay out, you're playing against some really bad opponents, and you need to start winning your games more often by doing the right things so you can get out of these really bad opponents. If they're letting goals like that in, you're not playing against people that are challenging you. Good cut. Nice. Little awkward there because you have a teammate overall. And again, pre-flipping here. You don't need a pre-flip. You can just wait, right? If they clear it, Wheat's got it. If they don't clear it, that's your job to punish. So if you don't pre-flip it, instead they hit, you turn in, you get the possession right here, you hit it. You go a little bit earlier, hit it right here on their net, you shoot it. One quick shot on that net, boom, free goal, right? Could be literally free. Try not to panic flip everywhere. Like when you're extension, when you're second man, it's literally your job just to make sure that you punish the opponents for making a mistake. Or you make them make a mistake by showing up and giving it away to your third man, right? It's not your job to pre-flip and rotate out yet. When your third man then has the ability to go into the play, that's when you rotate out. So like here, you're landing as a great second man. Don't turn around and pre-flip until Wheat fails. When this ball goes high on Vic, and Max should have already rotated out deeper here, right? But when this ball goes high and Max comes in, then you rotate out because Max isn't passing to you. You can rotate out now while he's not passing to you. But right now, Wheat is trying to pass to you. If Wheat dunks this, you gave up a free goal. Don't leave yet. You're fine. Trust your boy. You can stay neutral facing like this if you like to, where you're facing kind of like left, and so you can turn in or out. And then when it goes high, you turn out, rotate. If you rotate right now, you're leaving, right? Like, yeah, you're just arriving back at net, but like, there's no reason why you still can't show for this, especially if you go wide here. So like, let's say we leave like right now even. Right now, collect the diamond, right? Ball bounces, your 48 boost in, you turn in right now. You come in, you still beat that guy. And you go at the right timing, right? So we're waiting neutral line. Boom, neutral, boom, over, I leave. 12, get the side boost, turn up the wall, right? Boom, make your engagement, you're still good. You can still get this just fine. Your teammates obviously played that really bad as well. If your teammates playing that better, you would even be able to do even more. But like at the end of the day, like you're still going to be just fine. You don't need to be out so early. Your third man that coming in for his free touch will get you enough time. Good job slowing down here so you can push into this if you needed to. It really sucks that Wheat's kind of going super wide here again as second man. Like a really difficult pass overall, but he could have just, given Max an easier pass, started from here, easily cleared this upfield and guaranteed it. But the main thing overall is that like as a rough ruling for third, always expect this to go as bad as possible, like a shot on net kind of thing. Because if you just like slow down, wait, and then wait for Max to clear it first, then push up. If Max succeeds in the pass, you don't need to be there. Wheat just receives the pass. If Max fails though and Vic shoots it, you can save it easily from here because Wheat's going to force the shot, right? But if the pass succeeds, you don't need to be there. No one's passing to you. I'll tell you what though, the opponents are definitely trying to pass to the center of your net, so might want to think about intercepting that one. Bang. Drop, over, dunk. Cool, I'm okay with that. Strong midfield pressure. You identify your third there, and you started to push up, so you go to third. Space out for the failure. Really close, honestly, really close to the right idea here. Honestly, I would just start to coast as this ball goes away from Dad's possession and Max has the touch. Slow down so you can come in direct and then make a much faster line into this rather than have to go around the opponent, right? Rather than needing to go from behind Max then wrap in like so, you'll be able to start just slow down here to begin with. So that way if Max fails, you're just coming in straight and you're playing it to Max's side of the field where Max is going to be recovering anyway, so if you need assistance, he can help you, right? And that can help out a lot. Damn, good try. Good shot on them. Good punishment on them. Good try to get there back in time, Wheat, wherever it was. But yeah, just clean up that third man. They'll be an easy save. Nice.